Okay, verse unto all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Gakadash, and the double to apostle and teacher, your man, son, from my learning the truth. Now say Shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm going to send this on the topic of moving on, in reference. What's the well, like the title of that one movie, Leaving the World Behind. Leaving this current age behind. And when you go into like the world itself, you go into like the different industrial revolutions. The people of those different times had to either they would either evolve with the times and leave the old world that they knew behind. You know, to get acclimated to the new age, to the new new technologies, new philosophies or whatnot, or they would be stuck. And I want to say forgotten. I don't want to say forgotten with time, but they would be stuck in that old time because you have people that don't like change. When you have people now, mainly older people that don't like that would prefer not to get too intertwined with technology and stuff, and especially when you have these social media, new ways of life. You have people that prefer their older way of life rather than get acclimated to newer way of life. And I say all that to reference, the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Al Shai. Get coming into a new age, a new time period, because as you can see, this current age is falling apart. What's that like? You got this whole thing with Trump, and the reason why I mention that because you have a lot of people that have faith that Trump is going to be president, and not only that, but also that he's going to save America. And the nigga is apparently just found guilty in all those charges of him, doing that money. I think it wasn't money laundering. I don't think that's the correct term that was used. Oh, and some hush money cases apparently. I think that's the term that they use. But I'm not sure how that's going to affect his eligibility for president. But the people that these all of these retards have hope in, that they're just men. They can't do much. He's subjective to to the court of law just like anybody else. Men can't fix this. They're not going to save you people. It's second Peter 3, and I guess I'll start at 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. The way of life that's going on in the earth is not going to continue forever. Waking up and chicks leaving, careers because they think it's easier to make money with OnlyFans is not going to continue forever. Not only that, but you got whores that will make more money in 1 month with OnlyFans than somebody who builds the society. Construction workers, your garbage men. If you look garbage men, they actually make a lot of money. But all people that people that with these essential jobs that actually build, literally physically build your society. A chick can sell feet pics and make more money in a month than that person will make in a year. And you got the whole fucking thing with the whole fucking dating crisis and whatnot. But and even like like the dynamic between men and women, and I've been mentioning that quite a bit because I had an interest in like the podcast, seeing the mindset of these people, and even in everyday life, and when you go into the way in which people decide to live, they're ruining themselves, whether it be men, women, and the children. They're all ruining themselves. And like what, choosing a self-destructive lifestyle is not going to be a thing in the kingdom, because that's what people love. Now, that manner of life is not going to continue, because you see what it's done. You know, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and elements shall melt with fervent heat. But the point was like what? Looking for a hasting, looking towards the new age, the next age. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new. It even says right there, I didn't realize that. Look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. A new, the earth isn't going to be destroyed. The Lord is going to make a second earth. He's going to refresh the earth just like he did with the flood. He didn't create a second earth when he destroyed the earth with water. The earth is still here, even though Scripture said he destroyed the earth with water. It's still here. He just cleansed it, refreshed it. He's gonna do the same thing with fire. But it said looking for a new earth, a refreshed earth where none of this bullshit is going on. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, they may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. And those that are going to be able to step foot into the new age, because you're going to have a lot of Israelites that are going to have to be reborn into the new age, and there's a certain prestige that you get being the first one to step foot into a kingdom. You even see that with these movies where they may what's that, Kingdom Planet of the Apes, right? Or the whole franchise. Well, Caesar, they had the whole dispute between apes and humans, which is representative of Jake and Esau. But Caesar, being the head guy, and his men, they going into the Kingdom Planet of the Apes, that last movie that came out, they all had, especially Caesar and his band, personally, they all had a certain level of a fame. Why? Because they were the first ones that they led the charge. And his name was, it was throughout memorial and whatnot. And it's going to be the same thing with the first fruits, with those who are able to step foot to the kingdom versus those who are born into the kingdom. And plus, there's that whole general thing of dying a horrible, torturous death. Nobody wants to go through that. Which is another reason to be, like what, that it will behoove you to be found without spot and blameless as you possibly can be. But I had something else. First Peter 4:4. 2, that he, I guess let's go to 1. For so much as when the Mashiach had suffered for us in the flesh, army so likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men, but to the will of Yahweh. And once again, it's all going to be to an end. It's not just like, this isn't just some type of pointless thing. There's a result to this. There's an end to this. There's a means to an end. For the time past of our life may suffice to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it is strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. And what got people that will look at us as weird, because we're preparing for the next age, But we're looking them in the same way because even though all of these things are happening, they're acting like it's not. You know that movie Don't Look Up with Leonardo DiCaprio. People purposefully that when that meteorite was coming to his Earth, people they didn't want to accept it. They didn't want to accept that change. That there was change coming. You know, so what happened at the end of the movie? Everybody died. But what were they doing at the movie? Just they were pulling a Noah's Ark type thing where what up until they all died, literally up until they all died, they were partying. You know, just celebrating as if it's a good thing. You know, to just enjoy life while you still have it, which is, well, you know, to a worldly person, they'll say like, "Hey, well, what other choice do you have?" Now, in this case, you do have a choice. You know, you either choose life, you know, because like what the Lord is going to have mercy on those who are who are seeking Him diligently. You know, obviously it's predestination, or you can choose to do what the rest of these people do. YOLO, fuck it. You know, they'll live and party as hard as they can, and if they die, then they die. But there oftentimes when people do things that they know is off, um, they don't think about the punishment until it gets there. But when it gets there, they often regret their actions. We don't want that. You know, we've had enough of that. Especially we take a look into our history, what's happened to us. We've had enough of that. You know, we're seeking mercy from the Lord because we don't want to get caught up in all this shit because we know how bad it's going to be. But there's something else. But you know what? I'm not gonna go on anymore. Like just going to the point of leaving this world behind, because even when you, second, I just 7:42, 43, 42. He answered me and said, "This present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide." And that's what a lot of people think. They think that this is it. But even when you go into the world, there's going to be continual evolutions. You know, there's going to be continual industrial revolutions. If the world was to go on, you know, like the 2030, and well, scientists are talking about how the world is going to end, but the Lord's just cutting it short, like He said. But you know, hypothetically, there will be continual revolutions. It's not going to just remain stagnant. You go into so merging man with machine. That's a change that you know people would have had to become accustomed to. And the Lord is coming to bring His own change, that you know the correct change. This present life is not the end where most glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. And once again, the Lord Yahweh Shemel is bringing peace. He's bringing, and in order to do that, you have to destroy the current establishment. You have to lay everything bare and build it back up from the ground up. You can't just build on some shit. You know the Lord's going to build it properly. But hope is that say all praises, glory, and how about you, Bashab, Bashab, Gakadash, the wrongs of Pastor, teacher, Mills, of Brother, and True, Shalom, to hope like Israel, and destruction, battle on Great America.